I'm so tired of this, man. It's a big game. It's a big game. It's just all one big game, right? You know, it's just a big game. Can't even do the lives. I mean, I don't even know, man. What's going on anymore? Here I am thinking I'm on live all this time, and it was only a 19-minute live. I know I talked about way more stuff than that. Like, I'm just tired, you know. Like, it's you can't beat the people. You can't beat them. What can you do though? Like, how can you even try to combat it? You can't beat them. They'll just come in, they'll knock you around, they'll call the cops on you, and then they'll jump ship. They'll jump ship and take the resources that they tell us that they've got in the beginning, and they run, man. I can't. To try to do it is making me sick, literally. Yeah, like, it's just the games, the people that think that they have, people's best interest in mind, but they just don't. They just don't. You know. What can you do? You can start to attack creators individually about the nasty shit in their real lives, but then people by the thousands or the hundreds at least come around and say, "Oh, Benny, you're doing this and you're doing that." And you're like, "Yeah, I am. Yes, I am. You're right, I am. I am doing those things because there's just no way that you can be involved in the endangerment of children and the suppression of child abuse, sexual abuse, and all these other things, man. They don't even, yes, Lizzie, they don't even realize it's wrong. I'm tired, I'm tired of feeling like I'm trying to combat people who are in a competition with each other. Like, I'm not in a competition, right? Like, this is every single day waking up trying to find this man and this woman's daughter. And these fools wake up designing candles and the next hustle, the next design, right? If a man can go online and make $30,000 in one live, what did he make over the course of the Summerwells case? I don't know. How could you ever know? I mean, I feel like I'm so thwarted. Not only that, but I just spent all this time talking and the live wasn't even going, and people are probably just loving it. Just soaking it up. I never thought that I would see the day that there would be a place where God would lose. He's losing here. And so what becomes the bigger fight? What becomes the better fight? Because I don't conform. I'm not a conformist. Conform. I don't conform. Whatever the word is. I'm not a conform. I don't, not that. I'm gonna be involved in the fight for the underdog. But who do you fight now? Do you fight to keep God in these things? Do you change, like Benny, do you change the angle of the channel? Do you make it a more religion based deal in regards to these cases? Or do you just quit? Or do you flip flop and decide that it's way easier and much more conducive to raising a family in real life if you're not being threatened by the people you go against online? So conform. Start smashing these families so that you can have Yeah, like this was supposed to be a passive. This was supposed to be a passive income for my family. It started out blogging about Dallas music and Dallas politics, and then it turned into this, right? I tried to stay away from this. This is where I did not want to go, nonconformity. I did not want to be here. I did not want to get sucked into something that was going to pull me away from my own family. Everyone working together is too much like right, Lizzie. Too much like right. I don't know. I mean, I see the numbers going back up. That's good. I'm sorry, guys. I want to show you something real quick, though. I asked somebody what was the timestamp on Chris M's video where he showed um, where he showed the cosign, the certification for Don B. Um, you know, when you have someone like Chris M who has been doing what he's been doing to Don, trying to um, trying to just put him under the jail for something, you got this right here. Guys, I'm going to play this one more time because I just think it's relevant. Music City Mom of Two, and I would be there for you. Thank you guys, for all of you, for being here for me. So I'm going to show this for the people that didn't see it, or that it got covered up in the last video that I actually played this. So Chris McDonough, you will never be alone, Lizzie. Facts. Chris McDonough co-signed and certified Don B. The next day, I showed this. This is Don Buchanan, Chris C's new golden boy, confessing to me that he suppressed the sexual abuse of his own 14-year-old son. Right, because what she had done to your stepson is known. I was thinking the whole time about your tongue. But see, you see how society does that, where we can, like, you know, where we can, society, what it does to us as men, Don, is when you hear about your 14-year-old stepson getting his dick. Trigger warning. Trigger warning. I don't want to be doing this, guys. I don't want to be doing this. But this is a two birds, one stone situation. I play this, expose Chris McDonough, I expose Don Buchanan, and we get justice for an unnamed child. Dick sucked by the older neighbor lady. This will be full of trigger warnings. If you are easily susceptible to trigger warnings, please go find something else to watch. After this is over, I'm going to be closing the live out, guys. I can't. I'm done for tonight. Man, it's like high five, son. Now imagine if your stepdaughter had come home and said, "Hey, you see the hot neighbor? I sucked his dick." Yeah. Now there's a fucking big problem, right? You're like, oh. So that's what America does to women and or little boys and little girls, right? Where we get caught in this scenario. Now, let me ask you a question. Did it ever come to light that the hot neighbor sucked your stepson's dick?
Yes.
Okay. Did she get charged for it?
No.
Okay.
Now, what happened was me and my wife got into a big argument one day because she has a tendency to.
This dude concealed a sexual assault.
Believe other people.
His son got sexually assaulted by the neighbor lady, and he concealed it. He never said anything.
Anyway, and I flipped out and went off.
He knew about his son being sexually assaulted and didn't say shit.
That, I pretty much told her like it was. I told her, you know, what bothered me the most was that the time I told her that her son and Teresa done what they done, and she didn't believe me. She thought I was lying. I said, you're my wife. I said, you're my partner in life. That bothered me. I was like, why would I? I told her, I said, why would I make shit up like that?
Well, I think, you know what, I'm just rethinking all of this. Why would he make up something like that? Why would he make up something like that? I don't know. Why would he make up something like that?
Oh. Let you have a nice view here before I go in and do a video. What you think, guys? Wish you were here.
I wish you were here, Don. I wish you would come back, right? Like you. I'm sorry, guys. I can't do it too much longer. It's beyond what I can. It's beyond what I can do. Hey, bud, how you doing? Man. I'm actually on a live. Do you want to tell people what's happened, or is this private? Huh? I'm talking to you. I'm on the live, but I have not put your voice on the live. Do you want to talk about what's happened to your property? Here you go. This is Don, guys. Go ahead, Don.
I feel like Chris M is trying everything in his power to attack us. He's already had people up here sneaking around, you know. It's crazy.
Do you feel like, even with the boys gone, do you feel like you're still in danger because of the people that could be coming from online?
Yeah, I mean, Ernie the Shell Hunter, all these people, I don't know what's going on. All these fake book accounts in every way. My stepsisters, I don't understand why they're attacking us like they are. To me, it makes them look suspect. To me, it's like they're trying to throw all this stuff at us because they have something to hide. That's how I feel. To me, the pieces all fit. That Mr. McDonough, why is he doing this? Why? I've been asking myself this question for days. Why are they doing this? It's like,
and he just it seems like he just done what he's done to you and your family, and then he just kind of jumped ship. That's what it's looking like to me.
yeah.
And I do. I saw that there was a whole lot of money raised to continue the search or whatever, and I just was like, what is so different about this missing person than this missing little girl? Like, what qualifies this lady for money but not Summer? Right? Like,
Right.
I don't get it, Don. Like, we've been talking. I'm like actually sick to my stomach about the things that go on. Like, there's a lady right now, Don, that is taking pictures of your daughter that you or your wife took and put them on a candle and is selling them for $25 a piece. Did you know that?
Right. Yeah. I didn't know that. Sorry. I didn't know that.
That's
we just hear bits and pieces and stuff everywhere. And why is Mr. McDonough after me so hard? Like, to me, they're all trying to throw the blame on me, like they're trying to hide something.
I agree. There is some very strange behavior going on, Don, and you have to start to try to, quantify and understand why these people are doing what we see them doing. Like, what happens behind the scenes that's making them do this stuff. Like, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, they're putting us in danger. They're having people attack us, left and right. And why are they doing this? I don't understand. I mean, to me, the puzzle pieces fit. Like, they're trying to shift blame, because they have something to hide. I mean, I'm starting to be really suspicious of all this activity, and they're putting our lives in danger. They're putting our kids' lives in danger. That's why our kids ain't here, because we're in danger. And now he's doing this stuff all over again. He sent all these people out here, all these fake book accounts. We're trying to tie my stepsisters to fake book accounts right now.
And that's not even work you should have to do right now, is it? You should be having to focus on your daughter. But now, during this time, you have to now worry about stuff from 40 years ago.
Well, yeah, that's just ridiculous. That's just, wow. Anyways, yeah.
Fuck all that, man.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. It seems so strange to me. It seems so strange.
Tell me this, Don. How was church yesterday?
Oh, it was awesome. It was so awesome. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. And everything that you've done with church, and man, you can't go wrong with God, can you, brother?
No, you're never. He's infinity and O, Don. He's never lost a fight.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
Yes.
Now you you got to work tomorrow. Tomorrow's Monday. Do you?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah, I worked all day today. Today's the first day of the week.
Today's supposed to be your day of rest, bud.
No. Sunday's the first day of the week.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I'm sorry.
Saturday's the biblical Sabbath. Then God made them commandments on Mount Sinai, and they have never changed, and they'll never change forever. The Roman Catholic Church changed those laws. They don't have the authority to change God's laws.
That's it. No, they don't.
Yes, sir.
So, what was the what was the topic of sermon yesterday, if you care to share?
Yeah, Daniel. We talked about Daniel in the latter days and what's going on now, and how Satan's coming through the Roman Catholic Church. The Roman Catholic Church has changed two of God's laws. One of them is Saturday Sabbath. You know, they changed it to Sunday.
Yes, sir.
They don't have the authority to do that.
No, they do not.
And idol worship. They worship all kind of idols. They don't
Idolatry.
worship God. Yes.
Yeah.
They changed 2 commandments. They don't have the authority to change any commandments because them are God's commandments.
That's
No human on this planet has the right to change God's commandments.
That's it. I mean, even King James, he made his own version of the Bible, did he not?
Well, I don't know. Sorry.
So,
Well, I mean,
do you have a
the
full?
Bible hasn't changed. The Bible is so accurate. And when they found the Dead Sea Scrolls, when they found the Dead Sea Scrolls, that proved how accurate the Bible was because it was almost 100% accurate.
Correct.
And that's what's so cool about the Dead Sea Scrolls.
That is, you're right. It is a corroboration of what we hear in the Bible. That's the design. That's the instrument.
Yes,
right? It is.
Yes. God has preserved the Bible throughout history and preserved it well. And God doesn't make mistakes.
No, he hasn't made one yet. That's a fact.
No, sir.
Do you have a full work week lined up this week?
Well, yeah. I mean, I've been trying to work, but trying to work with people, and fight all this craziness.
Yeah.
Yeah. Unbelievable what Satan throws everybody's way, and it tries to confuse people. The 3 Ds: deceive, divide, destroy.
That's it.
That's Satan for you.
That is. I always believed that you could be in the middle. You could kind of be in the middle of a war, and you can see that it's coming, that it's getting worse. And I think that when you're in the middle of a war and things begin to get worse, I feel like you gotta know that God is on his way. Like things are about to turn a corner. That's how I feel when it really intensifies. You got to know that God is right around the corner and he's about to change it. I truly believe that.
Yeah, that's true. But Satan's gaining power.
He is.
It's in the Bible. More and more people are turning away from God and turning into satanic power. It's sad, but it's all in Revelations. You may have. I mean, it's sad, but God is testing the hearts of everyone.
That's a fact.
Yeah, I mean, this life, this short 70, 80, maybe 95 years, if you're lucky to live that long, isn't nothing compared to eternity.
No. It is it's a fingernail in time. That's it.
Yeah, yes.
That's it.
If that. Right.
If that.
Yes.
That's it.
But to me, Chris Madonna, and I'm just going to put this out there. Why my stepsisters are jumping on me like this, and Chris McDonough, and all this, it just seems highly suspicious to me. It really does. When you look at the whole puzzle and the whole thing, something just is not right.
I agree with that, and I will tell you that I would.
Well, can I start with? Can I say something? When Trish, my niece, first come out with her lies, they were so horrific. I don't even want to say them, but I think most people know or remember what those accusations were.
Correct.
And I don't even want to repeat them. But could that cause somebody to get my daughter out of a bad situation? I would do that for somebody's kid myself if I thought those lies were true.
You know what? That's where you have to start questioning, Don. I think that's, to even question that. I mean, sir, in your situation, we've already seen, like you said, it was an arranged legal kidnapping. Like, there's been all these dynamics that have a lot to do with the legalities or the illegalities of moving children. We had Ernie Shell who talked about
Right.
He actually knew a portal where someone was going to pay him money to move one child somewhere else, and so you start to look at what's called pro-protective or protective parenting groups. There are groups out there, Don, that if they feel
Yeah.
like that they believe you're abusing your child, there are
Right.
groups that'll come kidnap them from you.
Yeah.
That's a
And
fact.
you know what? And you know what? If I believed the lies that Trish put out there at first, I would probably be on the front lines.
Absolutely.
I don't blame them. I wouldn't even be mad at them. Honestly, if I believed that them lies that Trish first told, that is crazy.
Now, have you've had some contact with Trish since all of that? Have you not?
Yeah. I tried to smooth it over with her. She tried to tell me, I didn't spread them lies at first, blah blah blah. And I just played along. And I says, you know what, Trish, that's fine. I understand that there's probably some fake stuff, but I didn't believe her. But I told her that, just trying to smooth it over. And then she went straight to McDonough and told him exactly what I said.
Right.
Trying to be friendly, trying to smooth it over, but they refuse. They absolutely refuse.
I'll tell you now, Don. I think what's happened is what I'm pretty sure, almost certain that's happened, is that he came into your case. CM came into your case, and he felt like you were guilty. And so what he did is he scratched and he found something from your past, because he knows that he could bring up, and we're not going to talk about the essay stuff, but what I am going to refer to tonight is that he scratched and found some stuff that you were a part of as a kid in order to mess over what you're currently going through, right? It is nothing more than that, because I'll tell you what, I believe that there's a very high probability at this point that any DA or prosecutor is going to want to touch an SA that has been this publicized from that long ago. I mean, it is just, it's a problem, right? So we're going to move away from that. But do you have anything to say to the abductor? And I want to we'll finish our conversation privately, but that's as much as I want you to say to them. Do you have a plea to the people that have your daughter?
Yes, please. Man, whatever these lies that my niece has spread about me, and apparently Amanda, Mary made it very apparent of the lies they've been telling about me all these years. These ain't true. They're not true. They are not true at all. I'm not perfect. No, I fell for some things, which, now I realize. I mean, I was a kid. I didn't know no better. I'm not innocent. My stepsister isn't innocent either. I'll tell you that right now. But none of this stuff, these lies that Tricia spread, are true whatsoever. And I don't know why she wants to keep spreading these lies, but this ain't true. I love my daughter with all my heart. Oh, Lord, please have mercy on us. Oh my gosh. I love my daughter, and I love everybody with all my heart. I love everybody. I'll give anybody, come to me and say you're sorry, man. I'm the first one to say, man, don't worry about it.
I know that's a fact.
Who am I to deny God's forgiveness? No way. Not me.
You are not qualified to do that, sir.
Well, I'm not.
No.
I'm not. Only Jesus is.
That's it. I'm not qualified to do that either.
I was 7. I'm going to put this out there just because, I don't like to brag on stuff, but I was 10 years old in Harris County Jail in an adult facility. They put me in an adult facility at 17 years old. And I'll tell you what, man, I don't like to put this out there. I've never bragged on it. I'm not trying to brag on it. I'm not trying to say I need everybody to feel sorry for me or anything else. But I mean, it was all black, and I mean, I was 17 years old. I fought every day in that son of a bitch facility, Harris County Jail. You can check it out.
It's rough.
I want to put it out there. I'm not trying to brag. I'm not asking everybody's sympathy. But it wasn't good. I made it out there barely with my damn life. And you know what they done?
What's that?
You're gonna just go ahead and put your imagination to whatever happened.
That's it. I'm already knowing.
I was beat down. I was crippled. And when I did try to tell the authorities, they all laughed at me and they put me in the freaking hole. That's what I got. They all laughed at me and put me in the hole. I didn't get nobody feeling sorry for me or any damn thing else.
No.
So I'm just going to go ahead and put that out there.
And I appreciate that, Don. And you know, I think that we should probably just take the rest of our conversation private. I don't want, you know, it's really starting to kind of fill up with people that are talking greasy, and I just don't, I don't want to expose you to that. So
that's fine, man. It's just fact. But
it is fact.
For my daughter's life. I plead for my daughter's life. We love her with all our hearts. She's special. She's good. She's the biggest heart ever. Please let her come home.
Please.
Don't
hurt her. Bring her home.
Yes. I've never. Yeah.
I know, Don.
I appreciate you, Danny.
Yes, sir. I'll call you back here in just a little bit, Don. Okay. Let me wrap this up, and I'll hit you right back.
All right.
Love you, brother. What are we to do? What are we to do? All we can do is what? The bracelet. All right, remember the old bracelet? WWJD. Right? This is live. There's no recording. What would Jesus do? Would Jesus create scenarios that further endangered this family? Would Jesus create scenarios that persecuted men for crimes that weren't? That ain't this, and this ain't that, right? I don't know how, like, they're two different things. You could never make an abduction and this the same. They're not. And the fact that we put one in front of the other to mask what justice is going to be, they're not getting they won't get justice for an SA, and they'll get false justice for an abduction if there's ever a criminal case. Guys, this is over as far as criminology is concerned. Slang iron, y'all. I'm going to shut it down, actually. I'm not going to put y'all to work like that. I'm not going to put y'all at risk to trolls and stuff because people want to come in here and talk bad about Don, and I'm asking you to remove them. So what we're doing is we're just going to close it out, okay? I appreciate everyone coming. I appreciate everyone's support, and I appreciate all the mods. I appreciate Don, and I'm really appreciative of everyone who flexes their faith muscle. If you got faith, flex it. Don't be afraid to flex your faith in the face of any troll. Do not be afraid, right? Again, guys, if Jesus is not number one in your heart tonight, get down on the floor and invite him in. See, God, he's the controller of all things. He is in all things except for your heart. He designed it for you to invite him in. He did not design. It is not a design that is him automatic. It doesn't put him in there automatic. You got to bring God in, right? You're never just going to ride on what you think someone else's faith is, or my grandmama and my granddaddy and all of them, they went to church every day, so I'm good. It doesn't work like that. It doesn't work like that. Anyways, I appreciate all the mods again. I apologize for creating an environment that has you in here doing the things that I ask you to do. Shame on me for asking you to remove people in their nasty opinions. So I'm not going to have you do that anymore, guys. Remember, I love you all individually. Guys, pick a troll or pick a creator that is really super nasty online, and let's pray for them tonight on our knees before we go to bed, the same things that we want for ourselves. It says that we ought pray the same things for our enemies that we want for ourselves. So in closing, guys, I'm going to ask that you remember that the absence of evidence is not evident. The absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. Remember it. Tattoo it. Put it on the fucking. There's the first one. I went 36-32. So cumulatively between 2 lives, that's 4 curse words. That is God's work. I went from 4 regular consonants alive to only 4 curses. That is growth in all the best ways, right? Remember, guys, the absence of evidence is not the evidence of absence. Be good to someone else and find someone online that you despise, even if it's Chris M. Shame on us for holding him to God's standards, but not praying for him to get him there. So everyone say a prayer for Chris M tonight. I love you guys from Dallas, Texas. Keep it real. Keep your head up like your nose is bleeding.